Hey guys, I am here with a drugstore makeup tutorial on this look. I have used things from e.l.f., Wet n Wild, Milani, NYX, Revlon, so if you're interested on how I got this look, keep on watching. So I already started off with a moisturized face. I used the Garnier Skin Active Clearly Brighter Brightening and Smoothing Daily Moisturizer. I got this in my BeautyCon box, but you can get it at Walmart or any other drugstore. Now I'm going to go in with a beauty sponge, and this is the Real Techniques sponge. And I like to, before I put on foundation, I like to put NYX Gotcha Covered Concealer. It's waterproof and ivory on all my problem spots, underneath my nose, and a little under my eyes. I totally forgot a primer, but I was going to use this pore filler primer. I guess I can go in to the spots where I didn't put the concealer and put it, but oh, it's always something that I forget. But a lot of the time, if I'm not going anywhere, just doing moisturizer is priming enough. And I like to cover my eyelids from any discoloration too. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with some pore filler because I'm stupid. I'm just gonna mainly focus it on my cheeks where I have enlarged pores. But yeah, this is what it looks like. This bottle. So now that I have that on, I'm gonna go in with my Revlon Colorstay. This is in the old packaging, but I use this every day anyways. I don't have a high-end foundation that I like, so, or that I have bought that I've liked. So I just use this, and I dot it all over my face, and then I go in with the sponge and blend it out. And I'll go in with a second layer on spots that really need it. Okay, now that I have my foundation on, I like to go in with another concealer that's more of a brightening under eye highlighting effect. So I'm taking my NYX HD concealer in Fair, and I'm going to put it under my eyes, and what's left over on the brush I'm going to put on my nose, Cupid's bow, all that business. Now that I have that concealer on, I'm going to take my e.l.f. High Definition Powder in Translucent, and I'm going to bake with the point of the sponge. Now I'm going to stop with the face makeup, and I'm going to go in with the eye makeup, and then I'll come back with the bronzer and the blush. I'm going to go in with Fergie's Shimmer Wet n Wild Primer, and this is what I'm going to prime with. The first shadow I'm going to go in with is Wet n Wild's Brulee. It is a matte cream shade. I'm going to make this the base and also the highlight of my brow bone, because I really like matte cream brow bones. I know it kind of defeats the purpose of the shimmer primer, but I tried to find the other primer that I have at Wet n Wild and I couldn't find it, so I was going to use the regular one. Brushes I'm going to use are affordable. Most of them are BH Cosmetics. This one happens to be a Wet n Wild one I got at Dollar Tree. Now I'm going in with Wet n Wild's Comfort Zone palette, and I'm going to go in with the crease shade on this side with a BH Cosmetics brush. Sit down. Scamp sees reflections, so he goes crazy. I think I'm gonna go a little bit in with this brow bone color on the green side and also work that into the crease a little bit, just to give it a metallic-y touch. I really do like Wet n Wild's eyeshadows. I think they're really great quality. And when you're starting out, like, the price range is great as well. So I highly recommend Wet n Wild to people that are new to makeup and who have been doing makeup for a while. Okay, I'm going to go in with the eyelid color, and on a flat shader brush, I'm going to put that on the majority of my eyelid. With the brow bone color, I'm going to go in with the same brush into the inner corner. I'm going to drag the crease color into my lower lash line. That's all I'm going to use from this palette. I still feel like I need a brown outer corner matte shade. So I'm going to search my collection and see what drugstore items I have for that. Okay, I found exactly what I was looking for. I have another Wet n Wild, this is five pan shadow palette, and it is in the Naked Truth. And I think I'm going to mix the, I think it's a definer, eyelid shade together. And that's going to be my outer corner, and I'm going to work it up into the crease. I'm also going to drag eyelash. I'm also going to drag that color into the outer half of my lower lash line. I'm going to work that out with a blending brush. Going to reintroduce the brow bone color, the Brulee by Wet n Wild, and I put that back on the brow bone. Blend that all together. Okay, I'm gonna wipe away the baking that we did. Still pretty new to baking, but I thought that was my best option because this is the only powder I have that was drugstore, because I usually just set my under eyes. You've probably seen it before with my Lorac Pro Contour palette. I mix the banana shade and the pale shade together, but I tend not to use powders that often. I am going to use Fergie's Wet n Wild cream eyeliner in Little Black Dress for my eyeliner, and I'm using a BH Cosmetics brush again. And I like to work my eyeliner into about right here. I blend it, I make it more narrow towards the inner corner, and I make it thicker towards the outer corner. And then I take whatever is left over on the brush and I drag it halfway into my lower lash line. And then you can go back in with the colors that you have used and smoke it out. I would set this eyeliner because it's not the blackest I have used, but I don't think I have any matte black shadows that are still available in stores. I do have a limited edition 8-pan palette that was the I Heart Matte from Wet n Wild, and it has a matte black in that, and I would use it, but you can't get it anymore, so I don't want to use something that you can't get anymore. Okay, I decided to use this black that has the little gold reflex in it, but the gold doesn't show up that much, so I think this is my best bet. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my mascara. I'm going to use the CoverGirl Full Lash Bloom. I don't know if they sell this anymore because they have been getting rid of a lot of their mascaras. So if they don't have this, I would go for this option, the Max Volume Mascara by Wet n Wild. I like this as well. This is just easier to remove. Okay, that was one coat of mascara, and I'm going to go on with two. So there is my mascara. I think I'm going to go in and do brows now, and I have an e.l.f. eyebrow kit, and I think I'll just go in with the powder, and this kit is in light. And I don't have any brow gel, and I usually like to do brow gel if I do powder. And I always like to comb through after I do powder too to blend everything out. I'm going to do some bronzing with the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder in Sunny. Very popular. I'm going to go in with a very light hand using Berry Amore Bake Powder Blush by Milani with a e.l.f. brush. I'm going to focus it on the back of my cheeks. I haven't really been into wearing blush recently, so I just want minimal amount. And I'm going to blend everything with a powder brush. I'm going to go in with a e.l.f. Big Blush in Moonlight Pearl. And since it's not that pigmented, I'm going to spray my brush with a Dewy Finish NYX Setting Spray. I'm just going to do a little bit of that because I'm trying to be subtle today. And since I have dry skin, my face does get cakey fast. So I'm going to go in with the Dewy Finish spray and spray that all over my face. And also I like to go in with my beauty blender and just kind of, not my beauty blender, my Real Technique sponge, and just pat it in. And I really like how it helps the setting spray get everywhere. For lips, I think I'll be doing my go-to that I do every day pretty much, and that's using a NYX lip liner in Peekaboo Neutral, lining my lips. Overline just a little bit, and then I take my NYX Lip Lingerie and push up, and I fill all that in. So now I'm done. I'm going to go in and do my hair, and then I'll do my final thoughts. This is my final look of my drugstore makeup tutorial thing, and I quite like it. I think the only thing I would change is probably the highlight. Not the biggest fan of it, but it works. The eyeshadow is fine for every day. The eyeliner, I did have to set it. I don't think it would be as great if I didn't set it. But other than that, it turned out pretty well. If you want more tutorials like this, please let me know. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions or comments, leave it in the comments below. And make sure to subscribe if you have not yet already. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.